What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, people? It's your boy Marv Black.
And McGee.
Young Dev.
And we are the Nerdz in the hood.
In the hood.
In the hood.
Doing hood shit.
Episode
with my friends.
110, people.
Damn, 110?
110.
110?
We going into Harlem episodes right now. We on 110, y'all. So we doing it big for those of y'all who don't know. We are here, the Nerdz in the Hood. Another episode, another week, another time to talk our talk. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing it big. We got a special announcement. Just going to start off the episode saying that. Special announcement coming up at the very end of this episode. If those of you saw the last episode, you probably already know what it is. But if you're new to the episode, please stick around to the end. You won't want to miss this announcement. I heard y'all saw that Transformers over the weekend, man.
Yes,
I was doing my thing.
Damn, we should have put the Transformer behind us. That would have been fire.
Say word.
That shit way up there.
That's
Optimus.
That's my song.
So yeah, we did see the Transformer movie. We saw it at different times, but we saw the Transformer movie. First thing I will say is that if you've seen our studio, we have an Optimus in here, courtesy of the Instigator, where most of our art comes from, as we said a billion times. Check it out. But he did the old school Optimus Prime, and this movie off rip wanted you to understand that they're definitely like in the 90s. Like
that's one of the main things I liked about it.
Yeah, they wanted you to understand
90s in New York.
This is 90s in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Optimus Prime is the old Optimus Prime. Like he hasn't got that big upgrades that we see later on in the movie with the double sword and all that. He's not even on that type of. He don't even got the fucking face shield, extra shit. Like
he does, but I mean it's not like as exaggerated like.
No, but he was still the old rig. He was still a 90s rig.
Yeah.
He was still his transformation was very basic. They did something cool. They gave Bumblebee the original Camaro, the one that Shia LaBeouf finds.
No.
Yes, it was
the one.
He was the Camaro that Shia LaBeouf finds, just in a better version. Shia LaBeouf finds him all beat up. And the reason why they did it like that is because, I don't know if you noticed, but Bumblebee already had no voice. So it was continuing. It was, well, not continuing.
No,
it was starting to start.
It's a little weird because I didn't know how they I think they kind of reset it. I'm not 100% sure. I never read up on how they're resetting. I don't know if they're resetting the timeline because right now they're from Beast Wars. It's going off of the Bumblebee movie. This is after the Bumblebee movie.
Okay.
This is where that's set up from.
But I mean, even if it is that, they used the same exact Camaro that the first Transformer movie Bumblebee is. They used the bubble-eyed like old school Camaro, but he's in way better condition. So I took it as this is the 90s, so Bumblebee is.
Well, yeah, that's the time frame they told us. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the 90s. So Bumblebee he hasn't fought. He's not beat up. You know, he's doing his thing. When Shia LaBeouf finds Bumblebee, they had been hiding for years already, and they were stuck on planet Earth. This movie shows you why they got stuck on planet Earth. So that's why I thought it was tied in.
So no, this is a little different because in the first movie they come down to Earth. Like Optimus is not. Bumblebee's here. Optimus and the other people and the other Autobots are not there yet.
They're not there yet.
I
couldn't remember that.
They crash into the planet.
Mm.
So they go off of B's signal and then they go. So that's why I think they're trying to reset it.
They're trying to reset it.
So that's why they're going off of the reset started, I think, with Bumblebee. That movie Bumblebee. So now going forward,
I got to see that one then because I know I felt like they were doing,
but I think they're still going to try to tie it in, but I think they're resetting it a little bit.
Because I felt like they did a lot of nostalgic tie-in when they took away his voice. So I was like, okay, they're staying true to the fact that he doesn't have his voice box, you know, and that happens in the war on what planet they're from again? Cybertron, yeah. So that happens in the war on Cybertron, where we all know, like, you know, someone breaks his voice box.
No, but Cybertron is still. So in this movie, Cybertron is still there. That's the thing. Cybertron is not destroyed yet.
No. But they never beat Cybertron. Even in all the other
Cybertron
ones.
is the planet that they're from.
I know that they're from, but in all the ones they're on. Every time, even this one, they talk about it. They were at war on Cybertron. Like they were.
The war was happening. Yes.
Yeah, the war was happening on Cybertron.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. In the movies, the original movies that came out, they were destroyed already, and they were looking for a place to go to because they were trying to bring their race back.
Yeah.
Type thing. But I mean, all in all, it was a good movie. I didn't I was kind of expecting a little more. I guess I feel like since we knew it was Beast Wars, I didn't really like how they rolled out the primals. So it was just like you knew they were there.
Sense? What do you mean? Because it starts off with them.
It starts off with them, yes. But I guess the reintroduce when they show Optimus, it was just like that was the opening scene that they showed all the primals of how they escaped from Unicron.
Yeah, Unicron, and they're running from the homie who's I forgot. It was Unicron that was hunting them? No, Unicron.
Unicron's like henchman, the dude that but
the henchman was whoever that henchman was. He was slaying.
Yeah, he was wilding out.
Yeah,
I do give it to that. Like the fight scenes was pretty dope, but I feel like they didn't really showcase the primals like as much. Like they only showed the Optimus primal as they showed him fight a little bit, but they didn't really show like the other people, like the other primals fight, which was kind of weird. I was like, I wanted to see all of them like.
And I think the reason why they did that was because then they would have had to give all them niggas voices. Like they would have all had to have more voices, and they would have had to transform because the cheetah, the rhino, they all transform. In the cartoons, they have actual body forms like Optimus Prime. You know what I'm saying? In this movie, I didn't see them transform. I remember them. Like
they only transformed at the end, like the primals. Like they only really transformed during that big fight scene.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. They didn't show them like that. Like they didn't really have like really that many scenes with them. So I just felt like it was like
you wanted to see more.
I wanted to see more of them. But even because it's like it's Rise of the Beast, bro. So you want to see most of that. But
I like that they pay homage to like when Optimus Prime pulls up, they show all of the all the beasts show up. And then the ape shows up and he was like, I'm optimal primal or whatever, based off of Optimum U. I'm based off the U, like you're one of the primes or whatever. They everything about you they try to do to me, but in the beast mode. I was just like, yo, that's pretty fire. Like, I was like, that's pretty cool. I thought that was valid. What I did have a problem with was first off, Mirage was dope. Let's just say that Mirage was dope. He was exactly what you expected him to be.
So Mirage was like for this main character, Mirage is like the Bumblebee to Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. So he has the human who's his boy, and he's like looking out for him. But Mirage is dope. If you remember the cartoon, Mirage was the one that usually makes all the jokes. You know what I'm saying, like that. Like he was the more like kind of outgoing character, I guess, like just fucking around. And he was cool. He was always a cool card. So. That was cool. What I didn't like was that I don't remember Mirage ever fucking making a suit for a human.
So, all right. So this was another gripe, but it was just. Well, before I get to that, it was the movie. All in all, was a good movie, and they're trying to just take it. Like I said, they're resetting the time, so they're trying to make it go in a different route. So, spoiler alert, are we going to talk about the end scene?
Yeah.
So
at this point, why not, right?
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
It's been out for a while.
Yeah. So the end scene,
it's not even after credits because it's the end scene.
Okay, were they after credits? I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
I watched the whole way.
No, I mean it was. It's not after. It's not like a Marvel after credit. You have to wait till the whole end. Like they do their initial credit for like maybe a minute, and then they go to the cutscene. They're gonna go to the cutscene. So it was one of those.
Okay. Go ahead.
So it goes the main character. I forgot the homeboy's name.
It was the damn, I know what actor it was. It was the
But anyway, so yeah, they cut to the main scene. He's trying to get a job, and he's getting interviewed for what he thinks is a security company, but lo and behold, like we find out that it's a front, and this is where they're introducing G.I. Joe. So since this is a Hasbro film, they're now gonna do going forward a crossover with G.I. Joe in the future.
Oh, gosh.
So now to go back to your suit thing that Mirage made for him, the G.I. Joes wear those type of suits. So if you remember from the past G.I. Joes, the one with Channing Tatum, the other dude the black dude, I forgot who it was.
Oh yeah, Falcon. The Falcon, right? Isn't
No.
it the Falcon? Wasn't the black dude the Falcon?
Yeah,
Was
G.I.
he-
Joe?
You're thinking, bro. You're
that's
thinking
Marvel, bro.
Avengers, but
Yeah.
my jam.
I know I'm thinking, but it's not the same actor.
But anyway, I forgot who
I
the actor was, but they were fighting in those suits. So now
First one, I'm sorry, it's Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayans. That's what it is. Marlon Wayans. That's
Oh,
what it
there
is.
you go. You're right.
Marlon Wayans. So they were fighting in a suit in the street. So that's kind of what Mirage made for him, the Transformer. Find the fucking dude's name. That's why we need Jorge.
I found
Jorge
it.
found it.
I already found it. Is Michael Kelly,
What was his name in the show?
Agent Burke?
No.
You said the guy who shows him the GI
No,
Joe.
I'm talking about the main nigga.
Oh, the main nigga.
Yeah.
Noah Anthony Ramos.
Yeah,
Wait,
his name was Noah. Yeah.
Yeah, his name. The
was
main
Noah.
character is Noah.
No. So Mirage
Pete
made-
Davis was the Mirage.
Yeah, Pete Davidson was a Mirage.
That's
yes.
crazy. I didn't even recognize his voice.
Yeah.
even
My
recognize
son's
his
getting
voice.
that Kim Kardashian check.
But
All over.
what were you saying?
But anyway, yeah. So my gripe with that is that, well, it's not really a gripe because apparently I had to read up on it because I don't think I've ever seen it, but apparently this happened in the comics where they did do a crossover with G.I. Joe and Transformers. So I was just like, because I've never seen it. I think they said the comic was in the 80s. I was born in the 90s. So I probably missed that. So when I heard that, I was like, why do I want to see G.I. Joe and Transformers? It just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't
sound
compute
right. Yeah.
for me, and it doesn't like really. And even the NC looked dumb as fuck. Like that's what also got me tight. So they introduce Joe. He hands him the card, and then Noah flips it over, and it says G.I. Joe. So the dude leaves into like a hidden doorway where it's like into like a lab. Yo, but it's not, the lab did not look extravagant whatsoever. It looked like a fucking hangar with somebody working on a ship in the side, and it was just an empty steel warehouse. So like it just didn't look good. It was like, wait, so he's just in a hangar? Like it just looked like I guess maybe it's like the regular Joe that they're just starting or something. But it just didn't look good, and I was just like, I don't know if I really like that route, if that's what they're gonna do going forward with like these next Transformers, unless they're trying to they're gonna reboot again G.I. Joe franchise, and then they're just gonna have their whole movies where they might just have one movie where it's just them, but then they continue on doing their own thing.
I will say that there was one Easter egg, but I don't know what it is. I just recognize it, but I can't remember where it's from. When he opens the thing that you're saying, like the G.I. Joe like background where it's supposed to be a lab, there's a ship on the side. That ship is from somewhere. I just can't remember where it's from.
I don't know.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, this ship is from something. But it's probably from the G.I. Joe franchise. That's why I recognized it. But
Battleship.
Battleship.
imagine that.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, that was just my thing. I don't know if I wanted to go in that route because I don't know, because I'm really not like G.I. Joe's cool, but it's like, do I want to see that? Like,
Then Transformers gonna start fighting Cobra? Chill out.
yeah. But so I read up on it, and
Chill out. How is Transformers on the fight
I think you
Cobra?
could predict what happens. It would be Cobra teaming up with the Decepticons, clearly.
Of course.
And Autobots would be with the G.I. Joes, and they fight because apparently that was
in
the series that happened in the crossover, and that's how
in the cartoon series, the Transformers did work with humans. So
I mean it did, yeah, for sure. Well, I don't know. I guess, but it's Hasbro, so everything is like it's connected to us. So I think they're just trying to make their own for fake universe type thing. So
they could be going with that route because
yeah.
starting it off with Beast Wars is already showing you like they're like, yo, we're going full cartoon mode. Like we're going full cartoon.
Well, yeah, they're paying homage to it.
I hope they don't. I mean,
are you willing to go see it? Are you trying to go see Transformers? Not go see it, but at least watch it eventually.
Yeah. When it comes on Paramount Plus, I'll check it out because a lot of the summer blockbusters are starting to hit their respective streaming services.
You can wait
pretty
till
soon.
you can wait
so eventually they'll have a date.
It's good.
They'll have a date for it. We already know Guardians of the Galaxy's hitting Disney Plus August 2nd.
I haven't seen that one.
And there's a few others that'll hit. God knows
where's Spider-Man. Where's the Spider-Verse one going?
The Spider-Verse usually starts off on
Disney Plus.
Stars.
Oh, Stars?
It wouldn't be on Disney Plus. It's a Sony film.
That's right.
So they would have to get the rights.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so we're probably not seeing
so
that.
So either be on Stars or Netflix. But they would have to get the rights from Sony. That's how they have. That's why it took Disney Plus so long to get all the Tobey Maguire, Tom Hollands, and all that stuff. Speaking of Marvel type stuff, one thing we know is that you saw some interesting information about the Captain America film, right?
We got a new film coming out. I don't think we have a date yet. I don't think it's coming out till like maybe 2024, 2025. Just a nice little it's kind of like a fact. Well, not like a fun fact. So the new Captain America Brave New World, we'll see when it's coming out. It's gonna apparently will have the third most appearances by all the Avengers. So I'm assuming might be just really, it should be an Avenger film.
Sorry.
Talk about it. What don't you like about that?
The fact that you said that they said it's gonna be have the most Avengers. I'm like, I already know what that means.
So it's
niggas gonna be popping up like, hey, I'm out.
That definitely could be a route.
Yeah.
But as you can tell,
they're gonna talk to the Hulk for like 30 seconds. That was an appearance.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so. I feel like, so again, you would think like the first two, of course, were Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. So, but this could go numerous ways because they're probably gonna. This might be the first movie where all the new characters that have already been show up in the TV. So
because Cap is an old man and he's gone now.
So it will be the Falcon that will be playing as Captain America now.
Okay, black man.
So we're probably gonna see who else? We might see Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, because he's saying basically they're gonna showcase
all
the
the
TV
characters.
stars.
Yeah.
So this might be the movie
I wasn't thinking Moon Knight.
Yeah.
That,
Daredevil, stuff like that.
Just so you think about the shows that came out so far. They're probably I'm pretty sure you will probably see it. Maybe we might see a Thor. I would assume like probably the OGs like Hulk, Thor will still be there. But I think this is where they start to introduce, since we're in this new phase, because this is the new phase, right? No?
Yeah, Spider-Man's gonna become the boss.
Basically, it'll start a new phase.
It'll start the new phase. So now they're gonna start rolling out these heavy movies where it's gonna be these Avengers with the new stars that they've been pumping on, like the Disney Plus series.
Yeah.
So but it's not probably gonna look like Avengers that we've known for the past years. So
probably won't.
And then they also said
cool though. You're gonna see,
but then they also
a new
said,
fighting style.
But also they also have appearance by the superhero characters and guest of honor in a superhero movie in the movie history. So we might see and there's rumors that Robert Downey Jr. has been seen on set. So we might have maybe flashbacks.
Oh, it have to be a flashback.
Flashback or
unless the multiverse
plays into factors. So that's another rumor that's been going around that they might bring Robert Downey back, since we're in the multiverse. They might bring him back and Iron Man might pull back up.
And it'd be dope because the Iron Man, I guess that'd be wrong. I'll be wrong for saying that. I was gonna say that Robert Downey Jr. he was a good Iron Man, but he wasn't the cartoon super cocky one. He was. He was. He was. It's just I'm just.
We watching the same movie, my guy.
Yeah. He was.
Robert Downey Jr. played that shit.
You know why I said that? Because at the end when my man got all
Robert,
humble,
I'm so sorry.
And he started and he started getting the family together. He had the kid. I was like,
what are you talking about for the end?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. At the end, he did switch it up, but like, I don't know. And I just always remembered Iron Man as being this extra cocky, rich person.
But that's how he was. He was the whole film.
He was.
It's the first movie.
That's why I said it would be wrong for me to say that. I corrected myself.
I was like, he was so influential that any Iron Man iteration that you see in cartoons or video games are based on his version.
His version, yeah.
Midnight Suns, all of that. It's based on his version.
Which version?
The Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man.
Well, I mean, there's other Iron Mans before Robert Downey Jr. that were
right, but he revolutionized the role to a point where they make sure that almost everybody sounds like him.
There's one animated series of Iron Man is more for the movies where he's like this skinny like he almost looks Spanish, like but he's fucking legit a cocky ass person. Like,
you mean that Marvel animated movie?
I mean, they're all Marvel animated movies, but there's one that it was the same Iron Man. He got multiple movies. I think he was like had 2, I think, or he showed up multiple times.
You're talking about the same one. I think you're talking about that's fine. 'Cause that one was terrible, so it's okay.
What was terrible about it?
It just wasn't good. It was boring.
The Iron Man movie?
Marvel animated movies are always hit or miss, and most of them are pretty miss.
I like
DC animated movies, cool, but Marvel animated movies are like,
yeah.
There was a few, but not a lot. And Iron Man and Doctor Strange were definitely ones where you just woke up like, it was still on, bro. Oh my god.
I feel like I like the Doctor Strange animated movies.
Well, so, but bringing that up, and we might see new ones. Who would you like to see in the movie? Who would, like, out of these new characters that we've seen so far from
Who's the
Disney
list
Plus?
of new characters?
Well, it's just speculation. So
Well, it's speculation. So I'm asking you,
yeah.
who would,
I know,
if,
but
if
who
we're
are
gonna
the-
see these new Avengers, and probably who do you think you want to see in the new movie coming up?
I don't know. I'm not crazy about that Midnight guy. He was alright.
You don't like Moon, bro?
Midnight.
Midnight. They call him Midnight, bro. They call him Midnight.
I said Midnight.
What's his name?
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
There you go.
I
Him.
said Midnight. Yeah.
They need you with these balls.
Strikes again. Boom.
Midnight strikes again.
But I would like to see Moon Knight. I feel like they didn't do him justice the actor, he killed that role 100%. So I would love to see him in this big film.
He
right
was
now.
a great actor.
Yeah.
The way,
exactly.
Moon
But
Knight, him, like, I don't know, the character. It could have been. You could be right.
they need to give him. They
show.
didn't do him his fights justice.
Yeah.
I felt like.
And the god that he's supposed to be playing is supposed to be like some real ruthless nigga. So like he was really dope and powerful. So I don't know.
But I hope to see him because I just want to see him as an actor on the big stage like that.
According to our boy Habibi Jay, they didn't do well because they didn't portray his multiple personalities as good as they were supposed to. Like his multiple personalities.
I thought he killed that shit.
But he as an actor did well. But the way it's rated
How
in the
they
comic
written
book,
in the comic book. Okay,
yeah, like each personality is a beast for their own reasons.
Yeah.
That's the reason why he has multiple personalities.
Yeah.
But they did, like, he as an actor, he did well. Like he really showed, like, and made sure you understand, like, when he transformed or when he changed, he was a whole different person. But at the same time, I feel like the movie, because like they changed his costumes, but like, did he act that much different? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
But that's why I want to see him because I feel like they got to do him justice. So hopefully we can see that. Who else dropped Disney Plus?
Well, I feel like Ironheart's definitely gonna make an appearance.
Yeah.
If you're going by like who's recently been in film or television show, it was basically the Iron Man and Black Panther.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go by that.
Yeah, definitely gonna show her too.
Definitely gonna show her.
Shuri.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the new Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The new Black Panther, yeah.
Right. Maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There you go.
We might see the new Marvels too.
Might see Captain Marvel and
Miss Marvel,
Photon, all of them. Mm-hmm. So it might just be a
and they got a movie coming out too, no?
Right. So it might just be a melting pot of bringing everyone together, just so they can see where they stand in the universe right now. Mm-hmm. However Secret Wars ends is gonna definitely
that's that thing that shows us.
Yeah, I believe is gonna show us what's gonna happen in this new film. Mm-hmm. If Downey makes an appearance as a flashback or as just like a new version of himself, either way would be cool. We all miss him.
And to go back to the Secret Invasion.
Yeah, Secret Invasion. Sorry,
I'm already seeing the rumors that they're gonna show how far Rhodey went back.
Right.
And what we were saying before, I think that might be true.
Yeah. He set up the Civil War.
Civil War, and
wait, who?
They're gonna lose their mind.
I actually rewatched Civil War after that episode, and he was a Skrull then.
He was a Skrull.
I'm
for sure,
100% confident.
It makes 100%
actions. Yeah, even in and Age of Ultron.
And Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it goes back from
in
there?
Age of Ultron? There's a scene where he's like telling a story about.
And you know what's crazy? I meant to watch that the other day, and I was like, I feel like I need to watch Age of Ultron again. But continue, my friend.
Yeah, he's telling a war story.
Because they're trying to say that they've been affecting this since all the way back then.
Yeah. They're saying they don't know how long these Skrulls been infiltrating.
But it makes sense because if you're going off technically, if you're going off the timeline of Marvel so far, it starts with Captain America, and then technically it'll be Captain Marvel.
Right.
And that's when Nick Fury and all the Skrulls are introduced to the world, and they've been here all along. So to think how long they've been in the government and amongst each other, they're easy access. So I believe that 100%, and I love that type of twist. That's why I like this series so far, because it's showing you, and it's like spinning the world on its end, and that like on it like reverse. So it's like, oh shit, who we thought is real, and then everything that happened, they had their hand in it, and it's a lit concept.
That's pretty dope because Rhodey was definitely a main character. So
fucking up.
No, it's just like what's going on.
I'm looking for the writing.
You good, bro?
My son was just spastic for a few minutes.
Where'd he go?
Yourself.
Why that nigga took that shit?
It's those tight ass pants.
These are my Dominican specials. Nah, this is my work pants. But but what you call it?
Final thought.
No, for real though, that would be dope because I honestly didn't know. Like when we started watching the Secret Invasion and we saw the Scroll thing, like
you said it was whack. Yeah,
I did say it was whack. You're right. I did say it was whack.
Go on.
But fucking what you call it? That would be cool though if they show that they've been infiltrating from all the way back then, because then that now takes us back fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that shit.
It's making people watch the old movies. That's why I like now that you said Age of Ultron, because I was gonna go back to Civil War, but I think I'm gonna go back to Age of Ultron.
You see how he acts in Age of Ultron, especially like when he was telling his war story. He was telling it felt very uncharacteristic of him. He was telling it like he's trying to sound too cocky, and then if you watch Civil War, it's slightly similar to.
I mean, the one that
because when did they introduce? He comes back. Rhodes comes back in the second Iron Man. No.
What do you mean?
Well, no. Rhodes appears.
He appears in the first one.
He's
given.
Well, yeah, he's getting. I'm thinking
Terrence Howard. Yeah.
I'm talking about this current because I don't think they're gonna go back to like that.
So the current iteration was, I mean, Don Cheadle started in the Iron Man 2.
Exactly.
So he went through that, and then
where's the one they show him with broken legs?
That's Civil War. So Civil War is where he first
said he's faking it.
Well, that's when he.
It's not that he's faking it, but maybe he might be faking it, or he might have been already healed up. There's one or the other.
What do you mean? Faking it and healed up is faking it. Still faking it.
Nigga, I mean like either he really got injured and then healed up because he's an alien, or he was faking it the whole time. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be. Because if you look at the Skrulls, the main guy that rolls with Fury, he has super strength. Mm-hmm. That's kind of their thing. So he might have the ability to heal faster.
You saw the up to date one? You saw?
Yeah, I'm up to 4. I'm up to.
You saw this nigga.
It sucks. We don't know what else might happen. Might be something different, but it sucks. So, but in the realm of TV series, that's where it's at.
I mean, I like the direction it's going, and with this new movie and them giving us that, we're gonna hear all the Avengers. Marvel was a little bit losing me, but I think they're starting to grab, get me back invested. So
yeah,
I'm with the shits.
Yeah, Marvel. Do you think with this Captain America movie, man? Don't let us down. And in the midst of everything, even though there's a lot of
potential with the Captain America movie.
We see a lot of writer strikes. We see a lot of SAG strikes that's going on. television networks are still doing what they got to do, even to this day. One such thing is by announcing the Emmy nominations for this year's Emmys. What's up?
Well, before you go there, you mentioned the writer's strike. Did you see the one that, I don't remember what company it was, but somebody was saying that one of the companies were like they were gonna wait until the writers go broke.
Yeah, and lose their houses and homes.
And then they'll come and negotiate.
But that's why the actors, the SAGs, they join forces, because it's like if they're doing that shit to the writers, that means they next. Like they could do that to anybody. Yeah. So if you got no actors, no writers, you got no fucking content, nigga. Like,
that's sick though. That's a fucked up system to be like, yo, you know, we know we have more money than you for sure.
Yep.
So it's like you can wait it out all you want.
Where it all started, it's catching up. Where it all started, it starts with the streaming platforms, because they don't get paid like they used to. So like if writers do stuff for syndication, like it's not like regular on shows coming on TV where they're paying for a spot, and as many times that it's on, like they get paid for that. But where streaming now is, these platforms get these shows, they buy the show, so then, and it's just theirs.
Yeah,
so it's like a one-time thing that they pay them, bang. But then they don't get no money from streams. How much? So all the subscriptions and all the shits that they get for, you know, broadcasting the show on their platform, the writers and some actors don't see none of that. They just get a one-time free, boom, we buying this from you. That's it. While these platforms make billions of dollars.
Yeah, right.
So that's what they're advocating for, and it's just slowly the causes of the times, they're trying to catch up, and it's been happening forever. But since the streaming shit is just moving so quickly, they can't catch up with what should count as a stream, who should get what, and so now they're trying to just like, yo, we forcing your hand, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt those companies that have really billions of dollars invested, because all these movies that are supposed to come out 2024, 2025, 26, like those shits is gonna be postponed. So those shit, they might use years off of that. That's production that they have scheduled, that they paid for. So that's gonna come to a halt. Yeah. So they're gonna have to do something.
Right. Yeah. Right. So just to further clarify your quote, that was actually the strategy and the thought process of the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. They're waiting for this to bleed out so writers can start losing.
That's crazy.
Their apartments and houses.
They said that shit.
They announced that shit. They said y'all niggas cannot outlive us. Like you're not gonna do it, bro. Yeah. You don't have enough chicken.
So the strike is going on. By the time most of you see or hear this episode, this strike will be over 80 days long. Yeah, over 80 days long. A lot of shows ended their seasons early. Some shows ended their series early. It's just been a lot. It's been a lot. And one actress, her name is Kimiko Glenn, I believe. She was one of the stars of the TV show, the anime series Close Enough, and she was also on Orange Is the New Black. They said she was on 44 out of the over 90 episodes, so that's basically half of the actual show. And out of the 44 episodes, most actors get paid residuals for what they do. Basically, all actors get paid residuals, especially if it's a TV show or movie. She showed to the world that her residuals as a whole
$86.
No, it was $27. It was $27 and some change, like 40 cents. Yeah, $27.
So after doing 80 episodes, she got $27.
No, she did 44 episodes. So when you do residuals, you get paid a certain amount for every episode that plays. Yeah. But that pay is so low for the residuals that you don't really get much off of it after acting for so. Now, mind you, you're acting. You're there from like almost sun up to sundown. You're doing everything. You're in your trailer. You can't really leave the studio.
No, I get that part.
Yeah. So after all of that, you look and get a $27 check.
I mean, they don't make an episode in a day. It takes a while.
Yeah. Right.
They had a couple actors come. I think they had an actor that was on Insecure. He showed he was on like majority of the episodes, and he got like legit less than $100.
Right.
Like all of them added up. Like he said, I think it was like I think it was like over 50 checks combined, and combined 50 checks was $86.
Yeah.
They were giving my man $1 check.
Bro.
Yeah, basically.
Basically. So can't even do shit with that. So that's why like the whole system is much. But you know what's crazy?
Different time.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? It's not they're affected like the writer stopping, but think about all the people that do the technical work, the camera crews, the people that work on set. They don't have jobs right now. So like my neighbor, he works for the Teamsters, and he drives some of the actors around, some of the high execs around. But now since that niggas is on strike and people have been doing production, people have been out of job. Like people not out of jobs, but there's no work. So not only are these people affected, other people again, like the low people that pretty much run the business behind scenes.
Yeah.
Like everybody that works on set, all those makeup artists, like all those people, they get fucked. They get fucked.
Even the simple people who just set up the trailers and shit like that. Like all of those people lose a job.
So it's crazy right now. So we know a couple people that been hurt by that. So it's a dicey situation. They gotta figure it out. People just need to get paid, man. Like these motherfuckers.
When I was
greedy.
working at Fordham, they had they recorded real quick. They recorded a movie or a TV show, something like that in Fordham, and I ended up meeting a guy, and I was like, "Oh, you're part of this?" He was like, "No, I just own the trailers." So they rented all those trailers from him. So like he's not even part of any of that stuff.
Yeah.
He just provides them the comfortable
service,
space.
Yeah, the service.
Yeah. So people like even him lose a spot.
Yeah, and he probably sells to those movie sets, and if he can't do nothing, like it's a dub.
Yeah. So that's what it is. That's what this strike is all about. It's about trying to get better pay for people who are working their butts off on studios and making sure these shows. When you look at the streaming guys, the CEOs.
Who the fuck is taking all that bread then?
The CEOs, bro. They're making all these millions of dollars.
No, they're getting super ridiculous
come-ups. But that's why they trying to, because it's like they making all this money. You tell me you can't break us off anything that we asking for is bullshit.
Snoop Dogg even said
they want to keep their shit
about
bro.
that. Snoop Dogg on one of his platforms said that he said, yo, I get 1 million something views on YouTube, but I don't get shit for it. He was like, I make multi-million view videos. He's like, where all that money go?
Yeah, to them.
But that's why they had that shit with Spotify. That's why it happened with Spotify. They had to restructure their whole system because how it was, you get money off these subscriptions but these artists is not seeing like a dime, where maybe some mad people might come to Spotify just to listen to Drake, but Drake's not seeing that type of money. All those subscription monies and all that is going straight to Spotify, and then like the dividends is not there. Where
and they get crazy numbers. I be looking at some of them.
Yeah,
300 million.
That whole streaming system, like the whole pay is like it's not really regulated like that. So it's like they make their own rules out there. So that's why they got to strike, and do some shit.
Right.
I'm about to go on strike.
From what?
From Nerdz in the Hood.
Okay.
See ya. We got our fourth coming back.
We got the fourth coming back.
You got a fourth coming back, and Inkstigator's gonna do a guest appearance.
Yeah, I mean, word. The last episode, he fell asleep.
Nah, don't talk about my guy like that.
You guys want to see it? You want to see it? Go back. Well, go back.
They're not gonna see. He wasn't sitting here.
Yo, Ralph, tell him he a bum ass nigga.
Yeah. I would never forget that, bro. I looked over at my Instagram.
Oh, you mean the last episode he was with us? Oh,
yeah.
When he was a guest. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What you thought? Like
I
the last.
Like he was just sitting here sleeping. I'm like, who's
son? My son was just checking his eyelids for holes, bro.
No, man, I wasn't talking about. No.
I'm sorry, but in his defense, what did he hear you say 2 episodes before?
What he said?
What?
That somebody looked good when they did.
Oh.
He was awake for that. He was wide awake for that.
This shit is not that serious, dog.
It's not that serious, dog.
She got 49 shares, all right?
There you go. All right. Speak. Real quick.
I was about to say something.
All the actors, all the writers, producers, everybody who's striking to get what they feel they deserve. We salute you. We tip our hats to you, and we hope that it works out in your favor. So you're not out there, because y'all, most of y'all out in California, it's hot. So we wish y'all all the best, man, because that's a lot of hard work out
California love.
there. There you go. So back to what we were saying, the Emmys. Like I said, the Academy's still gonna do what they gotta do while these writers are gonna be doing. We don't know who's gonna host the Emmys. They gotta be somebody who don't care about this strike. Because even on the ESPYs, Kevin Hart was supposed to host, and he turned it down to support everybody in the strike. There was somebody else that did something too. It was crazy. It was like they did something real quick, and because it was a strike, they were like, we support our brothers in the strike. We just wanted to show up. Like, they showed up for the show when it started, and then like 5 minutes into the show starting, they just walked off the set. And everybody was like, okay, well, you here? It's going to kill me now in my mind because I'm like, I remember what show it was, but I don't remember the name. Anyway, we're going to keep it moving. We want to talk about the Emmys. As you know, talk about award shows is always a fun thing to do here because we've always found a way to just really go all out with it in terms of the nominations. We're not going to focus on all the nominees. Congratulations to all the nominees nonetheless, but we're not going to focus on all the nominees. We're going to focus on what we want to focus on here at Nerds in the Hood before we have another Machine Gun Kelly incident.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what happened? Machine Gun Kelly has the best fucking rock album out, bro. Why y'all niggas trying to fucking shit on my man?
we're not. We just shit on the fact that you was shocked that he won in a random category.
He won. What was it? Alternative rock album of the year. Okay.
That's still blowing your mind, isn't it? It's still. You say, "This is the same guy that made that song, Waka Flocka?"
My son, he said, "Yo, rap is not working out for me. I dress like a rock star. I'm gonna be a rock star.
So I'm not a wild boy no more." All right, so we have 4 categories we're gonna focus on. So we're gonna run through them real quick. We're gonna give our thoughts on who we think is gonna win, but who we want to win, basically. So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna list these nominees, and each one of y'all gonna tell me who you.
Where we starting first?
Let's go drama. Let's go
drama
first. That's why we're going drama. So I'm gonna.
I mean, why we gotta? I guess we can go first.
Yeah, right.
Go with drama.
You already heard this man.
Wait, these are movies or TV shows?
These are TV shows, my good sir. These are not movies.
I already know which one.
All right, cool. All right. So we got Andor. We got Better Call Saul, which I believe that was his final season. Mm-hmm. The Crown. We got House of the Dragon, which like Andor was his first season. Last of Us, which was also his first season. Succession's final season, and White Lotus's sophomore season.
All right. Before you go,
we already know.
Before you go, wait. Before you go on, before you say something, say who you want to win.
Okay.
And also say who you know is gonna win.
There you go.
All right.
So who's going first?
I'll go first.
Yeah. Go
Obviously, I would want to win.
Who do you want to win?
The Last of Us, my nigga.
Okay. Last of
and
Us.
Who's gonna win? The Last of Us, my nigga.
All right.
Okay, that's.
The Last of Us is gonna win, bro.
I'm surprised you.
I will say there's a good runner-up, and that's the House of Dragons. Better Call Saul. Unfortunately, I never saw that. So I heard it's really good though. Successions is another show that I never.
Can I give a who the fuck I want to kick off this shit? Fucking Andor, get that shit out of here.
Yeah, Andor was trash. I don't know why that shit
out of here.
Yo, when I said Andor, when you said Andor, I'm like,
I think I'd rather watch The Crown. Let me not violate.
They found something in it that
day. The only thing Andor had going for it was that it fake looked like a movie.
Listen, Andor was good, but like to be our best, nah. Get this shit out of here.
So it wasn't even a drama like that.
Who do you want to win?
All right.
Now you knock off one.
Yeah, we said the Andor thing.
Right, basically.
I agree with you on that Andor shit. I even give it to White Lotus, and I never watched that
Who
shit.
I want to win is The Last of Us. Who I want to win.
That's right.
Who's gonna win? It's gonna be Succession.
There you go.
It's gonna be Succession.
Why? Have you guys watched Succession right now?
Hell yes.
It ended on a strong note.
It ended on a phenomenal note. Mm-hmm. The whole series in general has just been greatness. Like, not a bad review whatsoever. And it was in its final season. It's gonna be Succession. It was that type of show where it was, as a drama series, they had it. They had it for sure.
I actually agree with you on both of those things.
Both of those.
So, on my answer, I don't have to go too far in explanation. Go ahead.
But I won't be mad if The Last of Us, but I think Succession does, and they should deserve to win. I do like Last of Us just because it's a special place for me, but Succession was a great ass show, and I think that's gonna win.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if White Lotus is I'll probably be the dark horse. Not the dark horse. More like I wouldn't be surprised. I just wouldn't be surprised.
Because I heard White Lotus fell off a little bit. I didn't really get into it.
Second season was good.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Second season was really good.
The Last of Us is gonna end up winning. I'm sorry.
We want The Last of Us to win.
I want The Last of Us. I mean, I would like to see The
We
Last
want
of Us win.
But we
It's gonna win, bro.
but we feel like it's Succession.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be the
Honestly,
Succession.
it's
The reason why I'm saying
he should have been on there twice. It should have been The Mandalorian and The Last of Us.
But The Mandalorian, dude. Get out of my face, dude.
Get out of my face.
Get out of my face.
Nah,
It's
but
gonna be. But listen, this is why it's gonna be Succession. Because this is why it's also. They're not going off of like. They're going off the series in general. Right now, it's only been one season of Last of Us. It's only been one season of House of Dragon. Andor is a Disney Plus Star Wars, and
Star
that's
Wars
only
thing.
been out for like 2.
We also forgot Yellow Jackets. Sorry, Yellow Jackets is.
Yellow Jackets. Get Yellow Jackets
never
out of
mind.
here.
Yellow
back to
Jackets
what
on
you
the
said.
list? Where?
It's on the next page. Sorry
Get
about that.
Yellow Jackets. Oh, I know. I see it
Right
now.
above comedy series. No, go ahead.
And Yellow Jackets. I had people who really love Yellow Jackets, got upset with Yellow Jackets. Never got into myself.
That's that cheerleader shit.
No.
Cheerleaders were stranded or something like that.
I mean, he's
I thought
close.
that's what
You're not
it was.
wrong.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
But
But no, it's not. That's not winning. It's gonna be Succession, just because of the body of work that it is, and most of these other shows have only really had maybe 1 to 2 seasons.
Yeah.
When's this reward thing? When is the awards?
That's a very good question, my good sir. Usually the Emmy Awards is usually more in line with like September, October type vibes. But I'm gonna get that to you right now while we're going.
At the end of after we go through all of these, we should say who do we think is gonna win in each category for sure, like our final list.
That's what just.
No, our final list of all the categories.
What
You
do we-
fucking retard.
What do you?
That's what I said.
What do
Wait,
you talk?
what do you mean on like another episode?
No, like we're gonna say the drama one. There's other ones. You pick comedy here.
Yeah,
But I just told you. Pick
Alright,
the one you want to win,
my bad. That's not
and
what I
which
meant.
one you think is gonna win.
I know, but I meant in.
So now at the end, you want us to reiterate what
Yep.
after we just already said it.
Yep. Because
So
I
we're gonna
wanna
go
see-
on to
we're
the
gonna see
next
we're
category,
gonna see how many we get
and you're
right.
gonna pick what you want to
We're gonna see
win,
how we're gonna get right.
When are we gonna
and
get
then
it
you're
right?
gonna pick what you think is gonna win.
You
And
gotta
we're just
wait
gonna
till the
leave it
Emmys actually air to
That's
see
what
who
I
got it
said.
right.
That's why I asked you when.
Oh,
to
the way you explained it, you made it seem like you wanted to do this right after. Okay, yes, obviously, the day after the Emmys air or the day we record, we're gonna see which ones we got right. We can always go back to this episode. The Emmys are September 18th. Okay.
You wanted to do that this episode. That's what
That's what I was like.
he
Wait,
wanted
what?
to do that.
I did not say that.
I'm sorry. Anyway,
He did say that. But okay, we can go back in the tape. I know what he said.
I literally said, when is the Emmys? Asking you what day, and then I said, all right, bet. Before then, we should.
So
At
we,
the end of this.
just keep going.
yeah,
next,
let's go.
next
Comedy
ca-
series. It's all right.
Come on, go.
So comedy series.
Go,
We
man.
got Abbott Elementary, which had another amazing its sophomore season. Barry, which just wrapped up its final season. The Bear, which had to some people, perfect sophomore season.
Perfect.
Jury Duty, which was the
But it's not a.
rookie of the year
Keep
in my
going.
opinion.
Shut up.
The Marvelous Miss Maisel, which just finished this last season. Only Murders in the Building, another amazing sophomore season. Ted Lasso, we don't know if it's the final season, but another good season. And Wednesday, which was another great rookie season. So this one is probably
This is
the
interesting.
tougher one.
This is interesting.
that we could
Who's
look
going
into.
first? You want me to go first?
You're going first.
Why
All
not?
right, so the one I would like to see win is Ted Lasso.
Okay.
Okay.
I fucks with it. There's last season was good. Most likely Abbott Elementary might win it, but then again, I don't know why the Bear is there because the Bear is not a comedy show to me.
It's a dramedy.
It's a drama.
dramedy. It's a
Yeah,
dramedy.
it's more of a drama.
dramedy.
So it can
And
fall
like,
on either
It can fall.
category.
Yeah, and like I feel like, yeah, I don't know. The Bear, I don't know why it's in comedy. It's a great show though, but I won't put it in the comedy series.
You're not
It's-
wrong, but it can fall on
It's
either one.
different.
Yeah, it's the different type
Barry's
of
the
comedy.
one that you always pump. I haven't got a chance to sit down yet. Marvel, the Marvel Miss. I don't know what that one is.
Then move to the next one.
Yeah,
You already know you don't watch
and
it.
Wednesday's not a comedy either to me.
It
It's
It
just
is.
a dark comedy.
It's a dark comedy. Yeah. So again, who
So-
you want to win?
I said it already. I already said it.
Yeah, you said
Ted Lasso.
Ted
and-
Lasso. You did say Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, I would like to see win.
Yeah, you did.
But I think Abbott Elementary is gonna win it.
All right.
I think Abbott Elementary is gonna win it. Abbott Elementary did really good. I mean, they were on top the first season. This season, they followed up. They did good. So, again, the other one is Barry. Barry's the only one that I would see having a fighting chance. But I haven't watched a show like that, so I can't be 100.
Copy. Young Dev.
This is difficult for me because I love a lot of these shows on here. Who do I want to see? It's so tough because I want all of them to win. Let me go who I think is going to win. Who I think is going to win, it's going to be Ted Lasso. Because, again, I'm always looking at the body of work and shows on their last season and if it ended on a high note. Ted Lasso was like an in-between, and people didn't really like the last episode, the last two of that season. But as a whole series, people loved it. So I think they could give it to Ted Lasso. Who I would want to win, The Bear and it's between The Bear and Abbott Elementary. The Wednesday was really good, but I think I want Abbott Elementary to win because I feel like it's more of a legit comedy than compared to The Bear, which is a dramedy, and Ted Lasso to some extent could be a dramedy in itself too. So I want Abbott Elementary to win, but I think they're gonna give it to Ted Lasso for sure.
I feel like, so let me be real with y'all. I always follow a quote that Issa Rae always says, which is they always ask her, who are you rooting for tonight? And she says, I'm rooting for everybody black.
Yep.
So because I root for everybody black, I'm off the rip rooting for Abbott Elementary. However, I did say this is a very tough category because all of these shows had either great final seasons, great first seasons, or great second seasons, or third in Ted Lasso's case. But if Jury Duty manages to win somehow, some way.
Oh my God, that's that fucking shit you made us watch.
I made y'all watch Jury Duty?
Yeah.
I don't think you did.
You put it in the group chat and told us to watch Jury Duty.
Oh, and you watched it? You didn't like it?
Yeah, watch it because you don't even remember making me watch it. He said, "Yo, you actually listen to me, my nigga?"
No, but still,
was it Zach? Who was the guy? Zac Efron, right?
No, it's James Martin.
There you go. I look just like him. That's all. But anyway, what'd you call it?
Yeah.
I did watch it. There was one thing it had. Well, one thing it had was that the homie that they were playing it on really had no idea. Fucking idea.
He had no idea it was staged.
He did say some disrespectful things that were kind of funny. Like just off the wall things.
Like when he told Homie in his face that Sonic was trash.
Sonic was trash, yes.
Yeah, exactly. When he told Homie to his face that Sonic was trash.
Sonic did try the movie. He's like, I heard that was whack though. Homie was like,
And then he told him about some other movie. He was like, a couple episodes later, he's like, I went and watched it. It was actually really good. I was like, yo!
At least the whole time he was like, this movie's ass.
Yo, I couldn't believe that. At that part of it, I couldn't get over. I was like, yo, this is a really good joke. But it wasn't. That was it. That was about it.
No, you're wildin', bro. It was a great show. And even the ending is really, really good. I almost shed a tear. However, I know it's not going to win. It really should be more a limited series unless they're trying to bring this back. But again, Abbott, I want to win. Abbott will win. Fun fact, they actually nominated James Martin for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series for that show.
Oh, nice.
So,
he did make the show because he's the one that's like improvising. Yeah, and he's like, and he's going with the flow of what the person is saying. Everyone else is acting too, but they kind of know. They explain it like they know their role and how much interaction they're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Whereas he's like fucking pushing and guiding the dude in the directions for the show to go. So.
Also, Abbott, you're going up against the big dog, so I really want to see you win this because I feel like Ted might take this award from you, and I'm scared it might go the route of Atlanta when Atlanta sweeped the Emmys its first season, and then you kind of really didn't see much of them winning awards after that. But that's okay. I feel like this is gonna be it. Now, like I said, I felt like Jury Duty is more of a limited series, so let's go ahead and check out the limited series. We got Beef, which is on Netflix. Dahmer, which is also on Netflix. Daisy Jones and the Six, which I think is Amazon Prime. Fleshman is in Trouble, which is Hulu, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is Disney. So a nice little mix of limited series.
I like that.
I think I know which one Ant might pick, but you can go ahead and say that yourself, sir.
The one that I would like to see win, Obi-Wan. Obviously, I would love to see Obi-Wan win. And the reason being is because they killed it. He did amazing. Fucking without him, Darth Vader did amazing. Come on, bro. You can't be mad. But I think Beef is gonna win it because Beef every episode was fucking solid. It was a solid all around. Like it literally, every person I talked to about Beef told me they binge watched it because they couldn't just like turn it off after one. Like they had to see more. They had to get further into the Beef. Like they wanted to know how deep this shit goes, and the way it ends, showing full psycho mode craziness, and like that was cool. I thought it was low key funny. It started off realistic, got real crazy, and then it was just like, now they're pushing it, but it still made sense. I was like, it still made some wild ass sense somehow. So, like, that was cool. And then, the Dahmer one actually might be in the running, even though people won't admit it, but it's...
So, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was going to say the Dahmer one could be in the running, too. I'm not crazy about it, but, I mean, it was a good series, I guess.
So, Obi-Wan... That you want to win, but you think Beef is gonna win.
Beef is gonna win it.
Okay, Dad.
I'm gonna go backwards here. I want Beef to win, but it's gonna be Dahmer. It's gonna be Dahmer.
I think
Dahmer is gonna win.
I think Dahmer might win it. Honestly.
Because it took the world by storm for a couple weeks, and it's a story that everybody knows, and the way they portrayed it, I think that's gonna be the one. Even though I feel Beef was on another level, like. Just as a show in itself, like Dahmer's kind of like a cheat code because everyone knows the story and like
But the acting did good.
But the actor, he murdered that. If they win, it's because of him and like how they portrayed it. Because he killed, he pretty much carried the show. He carried the show. But Beef as a whole show and a limited series to knock it out the park like that. Where, like Anthony said, every episode it just got crazier. Mm-hmm. It started off as some small bullshit that turned into like people pulling guns on people, and
by the end of the show,
it would like you was like, yo,
you had to remind yourself
where they started.
A nigga was reversing
out of a parking lot.
Flying.
Yeah.
And then a whole series of events.
And she kept it gully, gave him the finger and all that. That's where it started, bro. After by the end, it has gone so far that you're like, wait a minute, this is real. This is really just car road rage.
Yep. Yeah, that turns into a love story.
A love story. Somewhat.
People got bodied.
Yeah, people died. It got real serious at a moment. We're like,
I ain't even gonna lie. All the real serious, all that stuff.
That shit took me back because I'm laughing throughout the whole thing. Then we got real serious, and I'm like, oh.
That shit got serious. But the real shit that got me is where he went to her house and peed all over her bathroom. I was like,
oh, what?
This is out of control.
I was like,
and they ran off happy, like he did the.
Dad ran out the house.
Then his brother fucked her.
Yeah,
I was like, yo.
That's true.
That was in its show. That's what I want to win because as a whole show that was amazing. But I think
there was too many levels to that shit.
Yeah, they're gonna give it to
and both actors killed it, but she killed it. Ali Wong.
There you go. You got it.
She killed it. She really like owned that shit. I mean, both actors obviously were good. Glenn, my boy Glenn.
My boy Glenn. Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. Only because I haven't seen Daisy Jones and the Six, but I've heard good things about it, and I haven't seen Fleshman is in Trouble. I didn't really hear a lot about it. Obviously, Obi-Wan is always solid.
Now, it wasn't as good as people. Like it was good. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. Some people want to see certain other things. Yeah. So
they were looking for some other stuff.
Right.
They forced the Vader stuff a little bit. I feel like
they didn't force it.
But I don't know. But I think it was good because it was a side story of Obi-Wan. Like it's the side story, bro. Like what you want to see, the shit he was doing during the movies.
Kind of. but you're going off of a, like I said, you're basing it off a Netflix show that was about a murderer, and another Netflix show where somebody who was a star, like one of the stars of the show, admitted, like making a joke, admittingly saying he raped a black woman. So I'm like, damn, I kind of don't want to see neither of these win.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say Obi-Wan. That's really it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Beef won. If the reason I originally wanted to see Beef win is because they made Andrew Santino, who stars in Dave as Dave's manager, really smart dude in show Dave. They made him a dumb robber in this one.
That was hilarious.
It was like, the range on my man.
Yeah, the range was crazy.
The range was crazy. One. So he made it work. But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'd rather them both not win. I'd rather both of those Netflix shows not win. No disrespect to Ali Wong or Steve Yeun, but after all of that craziness, and I don't want to see nobody get an award about portraying a killer, especially an actual live.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, as much
he's gonna get
as much
it,
as he might get it, and he killed it as an actor.
Yeah.
It's just that even the fact that Netflix makes those things to me kind of blows my mind, because real people died.
Yeah.
He killed real people's family members.
Yeah.
Like, so you're making a show about the fact that he lured your cousin into a room and killed him.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's fucking sick.
And he was just putting thumbs up on that shit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to one last category before we sign off, and that is something that speaks to the real trueness of Nerds in the Hood, and that is outstanding animated program. Now, this is a category that normally is just The Simpsons winning, but Bob's Burgers got one. Rick and Morty, I believe, got one, and they're back on here again. So we got Bob's Burgers. We got the show Intergalactic, which is Kid Cudi's show.
Intergalactic?
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't think I watched that one.
It's fire.
We got.
That's
Go ahead.
no.
Keep going.
We got Jendi Tartakovsky's Primal Shadow of Fate, which was basically the show about the caveman back in the day with the dinosaurs. You've probably seen it here and there.
Wait, but why does that get it nominated? They remade it?
Yeah, they had a sequel series. It was pretty okay.
Okay.
We got Rick and Morty, of course. This is the last season before Justin Roiland's dismissal from the show happens. And lastly, of course, we have the legendary Simpsons, still going strong after all these years. And one that they got nominated for was basically the Treehouse of Horror special, which is cool because that was the episode where they parodied Death Note in their own words, and they had the Death Note guys kind of help make the show, like help make that scene come to life, which was pretty cool. So a lot of the episode looked kind of like Death Note, which is also pretty cool.
And what, The Simpsons?
Yeah, they had a whole thing. Anyway, go ahead.
No, I was wondering if they're just talking about certain episodes.
I know it shows the episodes,
because it shows the pilot before Christmas.
Yeah.
Mad Solar. They're showing like the names of certain.
Yeah, they're going by the episode, but I see outstanding animated programs, so just go by the show itself. You know you ain't see Enter the Galactic, so don't worry about it.
So one that I would like to see win.
Yes, sir.
If I had to choose one that I would like to see win, believe it or not, it might be The Simpsons. I wouldn't mind The Simpsons winning over Bob's Burgers, but the one that's probably going to win again is Rick and Morty. Now, I will say that this Rick and Morty season, if they're going by season, was kind of weak.
Yep.
It wasn't their best. And I watched the whole season, and I watched it thinking at the end, like, this didn't hit like normal Rick and Morty stuff. But the Intergalactic I never watched, so I can't talk about that one. I'm surprised I haven't watched it, knowing that Kid Cudi did have a hand in it. But
that's okay. But you know in your heart.
I feel like I try to watch it.
It's
and
fine.
I wasn't feeling it.
But you know in your heart you want to see The Simpsons win.
Yeah, I want to see The Simpsons. The Simpsons doing good.
Right.
They have like their graphics are up to date now. So like, they're doing their thing. And the fact that they're still running and getting nominated for shit. Come on,
right.
Man. Like they're doing their thing. They're up to date. Bob's Burgers. I love Bob's Burgers.
Right.
They're a great show.
But do you feel they're gonna win, or is that what you want? Okay, so
they're not gonna win because of one reason. Bob's Burgers hasn't really switched up. Like, their episodes are great and they do what they do, but I feel like the show has, like, when you watch Bob's Burgers, you know what you're about to watch, bro. No matter what episode you pick. Like, it's gonna be an episode about the kids fucking around and Bob around. Like, that's it. That's what they do.
Right.
Like, so
Deb.
Who I know is gonna win, I think it's either between, honestly, Rick and Morty and The Simpsons. think it might be pulling for The Simpsons, but you never know. I think it's gonna be The Simpsons because they just had such a long running time compared to these other shows. And who I would want to win? Intergalactic, because honestly, just off of animation in itself, it was, Kid Cudi, trippy, weed smoke in there. Like if you like that type of vibe, like that's what it is. It's a comedy. It's like a rom-com, but like an animated rom-com, if that makes sense. But I really liked it. Like just how it looked, the aesthetic, the storyline was dope. So that's what I like to win, and I want to see Kid Cudi win that because that's been his bag. He's been playing in that in this world for a little bit, and he's been talking about he always wanted to make animated shorts, and he for this movie.
Kid Cudi to grab an Emmy would be sick.
That's what I say. I like for the culture, like for him, like
for the culture, for him, like. That would just show like because he's won multiple awards in music already. We know that he's one of top dogs of the genre that he does, and just creating music. He took a mean break.
He influenced a lot of people.
But he influenced a lot of people. Travis Scott.
Right. Yeah. So that's what a cartoon would be, a legendary.
People literally mimic his sounds.
Right. Like, so a lot of cartoons haven't really gone that route. So
definitely watch that when you get a chance if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I definitely, like I told y'all before with the Abbott Elementary thing, I gotta go the same way. I'm rooting for Intergalactic. I want to see them win. However, I am going to say the one that is most likely going to win in this case is Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers. I know you're saying it's kind of like somewhat the same old song and dance, but it's the reason they got a movie. They're starting to come up, and
they did get a movie.
They're the new generation of what cartoons are, especially Family Guy has its own problems behind the scenes, which is probably why they didn't get nominated this season. And they stopped doing their show because of the strike. The Simpsons, I'll just say this and then move on. The Simpsons, as much as I love them, their golden era has died many a moons ago, probably season 15, I believe. But their golden era has died a long time ago, and I miss it every single day. And it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. So if they win, cool, because it's a legendary show. But if they don't, to me, it's going to be Bob's Burgers. So... yeah, that's.
That'd be nice if Bob's Burgers won.
I would kind of be upset if Bob's Burgers won that. Because it's just there's so much other good stuff. But if they're going by just that episode, then that's different.
Yeah, that's different. We can't call it
Night Family. From Rick and Morty. If it's the episode I think it is, because I can't remember them by their names. If it's the episode I think it is, it wasn't that good of an episode.
Right, exactly. So that's why it's like. Then you're kind of like. Okay, if you're going by episode, you kind of got all three of us stumped. Yeah. But if you're going by the show in terms of what they did, because remember, all of these, they're basing it off of the seasons that just passed. So every show that's been nominated is the season that just passed. So
it would be really dope if it.
So it would be really dope. So with that being said, once again, we congratulate all the nominees, and we're looking forward to seeing who wins come September in a couple of months, basically. Like Ant said, we're gonna remember what we said. Just by looking back at the episode, so that way we can just be like, oh yeah, I said they was going to win and they won, you know what I'm saying?
I hold the record for getting that shit right the most, so.
What, on the Emmys or?
No, in general.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that's only when we do the manga contest.
No, when we guess anything, I usually get it right. I've got a couple of things right. Multiple times, and you'd be like, once again, this nigga was right. Music, I've gotten right.
Well, I think it was me.
That's crazy. See, now this nigga Devin just does everything, right? He's the only nigga wear a hat.
That's a fact.
Only nigga guess right. Heard you.
I mean, we have the proof. You have the proof, man.
It's true.
Just go on, watch our old episodes.
Watch our old episodes.
We're gonna call it the Dev Show soon.
Anyway, watch our old episodes on YouTube at Nerdz in the Hood. You can see our old clips as well on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook as well. We actually about to get our name back on TikTok, so I feel good about that.
Wait, you been fighting for it? You fucking pleading your trial? You know?
Actually, I found out with TikTok, once you make a name, you just gotta wait 30 days to change the name. So 30 days have passed. I'm about to change the name. We're about to get Nerdz in the Hood back. So for now, keep following us at all platforms as this name.
Okay, sorry.
Nerdz in the Hood. NERDZINTHEHOOD. catch all our anime rap intros. If you missed our season premiere week last week, we was going in season 5. We came with some heat, and we still going with that heat. And we got, like I said, wonderful clips as well as the show on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and so much more. But like I told you, if you stuck around for this whole episode, or if you just went on the chapters portion of our video and clicked to the special announcement, that's fine too. We appreciate you for watching thus far or listening. But anyway, we have a special announcement that we here at Nerds in the Hood are going to share. Like we said, we probably heard it last week. He's bringing it up again until the actual event. August 12th, we are having a first ever Nerds in the Hood party celebrating.
Why do you keep saying that? It's not the first ever Nerds in the Hood party.
When was our first party?
Bro, we've had multiple parties already.
I'm not count. I'm sorry.
Why would you not count the Buddha parties? Why were they not valid to you?
Get them.
Wow, you don't think anything? You didn't like the Buddha to begin with, but damn, you really don't consider any of those parties valid after we put all that work in. And we had one packed out.
All I remember about Hood's Giving.
And the first one we had Brian DJ at.
Wait, when we just
Hood's Giving wasn't that bad.
Hood's Giving wasn't horrible. However,
no, the first trivia we ever did, I could have sworn we had a DJ.
Yeah, but that wasn't a party. That was just us giving. You chose to have a DJ. We said yeah. Anyway, Hood's Giving to me was cool. However, all I remember was our contribution to Hood's Giving was we were going to ask trivia questions and then give a person a shot if they got it right, to the point where we tried to up the difficulty and Hood dudes was like, hurry the fuck up, get the fuck off the stage. That's when I was like, yeah, they didn't care we was here. They only cared about karaoke and the DJs.
Because we were throwing a party.
Anyway, this is ours. Nobody's going to tell us to get off the stage. Nobody's going to tell us to hurry up because we're going from 10 until. This is our party. Nerds in the Hood. This is our party. I don't care if it's first party, 15th, 1000th. It's our party. Man, bro, this summer it's going down.
You be shitting on all my hard work. It's okay.
Did you get yelled at to get off the fucking stage?
I was sitting right next to you.
Yeah, you ain't get on stage like me and Dev had to get on stage.
I'm right not scared of them niggas. Nah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, no. It's let them know what the party's gonna be at.
Yo, August 12th, the last stop. What is that? Van Cortlandt area.
Mm-hmm,
yeah, Van Cortlandt area. It's Nerds in the Hood.
Legit last stop on the 2 train.
Apparently, our first party, and we are celebrating 100 episodes.
How about this?
It's called Nerds 100.
Party. Huh? Our first milestone party.
I'll give it that.
Okay.
First milestone party.
Okay.
And we're calling it Nerds 100 for the 100 episodes. So if you've been rocking with us this whole time, you can go to our YouTube and see what it looked like when we first started, where niggas had fucking folding chairs that you eat fucking TV dinners on.
In the projects.
To where we at now,
walking
to our own
6,
studio.
7 flights.
Yep. You know, provided by beautiful art by our boy Instigator.
Common Sense.
So Common Sense Studios, Nerds in the Hood. But yeah, August 12th, we have 3 dope DJs. Crema, Ultraviolet, DJ B Ribs. We're also giving away prizes.
That's a lineup, bro.
Yeah, we got heat. We got some heat for y'all. Definitely show up, show some love. The party is 10 to 3, and I believe that's a Saturday.
Yes,
it's a Saturday.
It is a Saturday. We will have a graphic tee contest. If you have the best graphic tee according to us, we will award you a prize. Yeah. And we might do some other things too. So stay tuned.
We got some other stuff probably be in the bag. So, yeah, just pull up, come party with Nerds in the Hood at our first party, Nerds 100.
That's right. So be on the lookout, and like we said earlier, follow us on all social media platforms. Keep listening. That way you can find out if anything else is going to happen at this party. But just know we're excited because there's a party about to be thrown by your boy Mar Black,
Hamp McGee,
Young Dev,
the Nerds in the Hood. We'll see you next time, people. Peace.
Peace.
Party.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Nah, it's going to be fun.